Thank you all for attending, and I want to thank Hit the Bus for performing. Weren't they awesome? My name is Caitlin Willis, and I am Executive Director for Southborough Access Media. And before I introduce our speakers, I'd like to thank some of the people that helped get this studio up and running. First off, thank you to the SAM staff, Terry Newman and Trevor Dillman. Both of them continued to cover meetings and events while taking care of many details to get this place built. You are both dedicated and fun to work with. Thank you. I'd like to thank the SAM board, our president, Warren Polly, our treasurer, Neil Rawson, and our clerk, Brian Green, for their support and wisdom. You guys are great sponsors. I want to thank Superintendent Johnson, Principal Lavoie, the Southborough School Committee, and the Trottier staff for believing in our mission and allowing us to be a part of their mission. We are so excited to see what happens next. I want to mention a few volunteers that have helped SAM since 2014. Hal Keese, Kathy Carnes, and Lee Willis. And thank you to all the town employees that helped SAM throughout the years. Now I'm thrilled to introduce our first guest speaker, State Representative Carolyn Dykema. Representative Dykema has years of experience serving on local boards and committees and is dedicated to supporting small businesses and veterans in communities she represents. Please join me in welcoming Representative Dykema.
Thank you, and it's really great to be here in this amazing studio. I had a chance to get a personal tour from Terry early this morning when I stopped by, and what an incredible space. And not only are we celebrating the space tonight and the wonderful partnership between SAM and the schools around providing information to the community, but it's about the people who work here, obviously. And just, I've had the opportunity to see Terry and get to personally know Terry at many events because she's always there and she's always filming, making sure that the residents of the community have information that they need about what's going on in town government. And that's really important. And to combine that here in the schools with an opportunity to really train the next generation and frankly have the next generation train us about how to communicate with the community is really just not only a tremendous opportunity, but a real educational value that we can provide to the next generation. And it's just really great to be here to celebrate that. It's especially nice to be in a place where there are obviously so many stakeholders from the community that have been involved in this project, working together to achieve something that really is going to leave a lasting impact on this community, and already has. So I've got some citations here on behalf of the Massachusetts House and Massachusetts Senate. I bring the tidings of Senator Eldridge, who unfortunately couldn't be with us here tonight, but he is with us in spirit and sends his very best regards. And these are acknowledgments of this special day. And so I will read the House citation, which is an official citation from the House of Representatives, and it reads, "Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House offers its sincerest congratulations to Southborough Access Media, and in fact all of you who participate, in recognition of the joyous occasion of celebrating the grand opening of your new studio. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for good fortune and future success given today by the Speaker of the House, Robert DeLeo, and myself, State Representative." And here is a citation from the Senate. And we were talking earlier about how this has been converted from a wood shop into a new multimedia studio, which is sort of a sign of the times, I guess I would say, here in Southborough. So congratulations to all, and thanks for letting me be a part of it.
And now please allow me to introduce the Southborough and Northborough Superintendent Kristine Johnson. Kristine assisted with getting the Northborough access station into Algonquin and saw the vision Sam had about setting up in Trottier. Please join me in welcoming Kristine Johnson.
Thank you, Caitlin. I'm flattered that I've been invited to join this outstanding group here this evening, and certainly be in such honorable company of everyone here who made tonight a reality. I think it truly does demonstrate what can happen when good people come together to do good work in such a collaborative spirit, in such a positive way. So for us, as a superintendent, I can share with you that we are so very happy to have Sam part of our school, and that it provides tremendous opportunities for our students to continue to learn 21st century skills, and we certainly know that communications is definitely a career pathway for our students. At the same time, Representative Dykema mentioned that this was a wood shop. I can assure all of you that technology is alive and well, just in a new form here at Trottier. I'd like to, I'm not sure if Keith was on his way up, but I'd like to ask Keith to come join us. Keith, as principal of the Trottier School, has done an amazing job transforming and assisting in the transformation of this space, but also recognizing that technology as a part of our students' educational career is so essential. And so simultaneously, we were able to make significant strides forward in creating a new 21st century technology experience with 3D printers and design work using computers. I would also like to share, I've had several conversations with folks here this evening, and it's wonderful to see so many people here, that this is another example of work that also gives back to the community through our collaborative efforts in making this happen. And Keith has all the credit for making the work on a day-to-day basis happen here at Trottier, working with Caitlin and the SAM board and committees. The work that we were able to do here continues to give back to the community. Many of the upgrades that are now visible in a very community-based way, where everyone gathers for town meetings and so forth, can be viewed in the Trottier Auditorium upgrades with the Star Trek 21st Century control panel that will help the big screen come down from above and be available for productions. Also the lighting and so forth. I know there's a number of folks here this evening, I think the entire Southborough School Committee, because this wouldn't have been possible either. We have lots of conversations about good possibilities, but it definitely would not be possible without the support of the Southborough School Committee in making sure this becomes a reality as well. And I'm, again, not sure if I'm surprised to be up here, so and delighted, but I would love to introduce the Southborough School Committee. Oh yes, it's a collaborative effort. So Kathleen Polachko, who has been on the committee, come on up, Kathleen, and Mary Beth Strickland. Mary Beth Strickland is here. Jared Capra and Paul Desmond, who is our school committee chair. Very much a part of this 2 to 3 year process. I think that it's been a very successful process. So thank you all for making this a possibility for our community.
No, I'll actually show. It really, Superintendent Johnson did put this very well, and it's one of those ideas that, we sat down and talked about, and one of those things you never thought was really going to come to fruition in the very beginning. It's like, yeah, that'd be nice. Let's think about it. But to see this and just to see how this is morphed into a space that's going to be available for our students on a daily basis and for our town on a regular basis, and the partnership of bringing a town group into the school, we're just very excited about the possibilities and working with the team to make that happen. So I thank Caitlin, I thank the board, and just looking forward to the next time when we can showcase what we've done with this space, instead of just looking at the beautiful space it's become, but what we can really do with it is going to be the exciting next step. So thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate you.
Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce the president of our board, Warren Pally. His expertise in media and public relations helped lead SAM to where it is now. Please welcome Warren.
Thank you. I'm not a professional speaker like our state representative or superintendent of schools, so I had to write it down. Forgive me. Good evening. I'm Warren Pally. As Caitlin said, I'm the president of the board of directors of SAM, Southborough Access Media. I want to welcome all of you to the start of a new era in the town of Southborough. First, I'd like to welcome our state representative, Carolyn Dykema. Thank you for coming. And I have a long list of folks who deserve many thanks for their efforts in helping us get here tonight. So please bear with me. Mark Purple, our town administrator, Vanessa Hale, our assistant town administrator, fortunately couldn't be here tonight. All the members of the Board of Selectmen represented tonight by Paul Semino. Paul, thank you. We appreciate your efforts. All the members of the Southborough School Committee. The principal of Trotter School, Mr. Keith Lavoie. The manager of facilities here at Trotter, Dave White. And I want to thank two past chairmen of the Southborough Cable TV Advisory Committee who volunteered their time and expertise to the town over the years and really helped us get here today. Russ Milholland, I'm sure many of you know, who could not be with us tonight and sends his wishes, and Paul Ferguson, who is here. Thank you very much. Now, I want to thank, from the bottom of my heart, two gentlemen who I've had the pleasure to serve with on the SAM Board of Directors since day one, Neil Rawson and Brian Green. The day we first met with School Superintendent Kristine Johnson to explain the idea of housing the SAM studios here at Trotter, we knew that she got it. Kristine was immediately able to share our vision of what we knew this facility would mean, not only to the students and faculty, but to all the people of Southborough. Kristine worked hard with the school committee and the SAM Board of Directors to make certain this would become a reality. Kristine, thank you for all you've done. Now, I've saved the most important thanks for three phenomenal people. They're the hardworking, dedicated staff of SAM. Terry Newman, our producer. Trevor Dillman, our production manager. And the amazing Caitlin Willis. Besides handling her regular executive director duties, Caitlin handled the day-to-day process of the design and build-out of this great facility. When I moved to Southborough 23 years ago, one of the first things I did was join the Southborough Cable TV Advisory Committee. Back then, our only duties were to negotiate contracts with the cable providers on behalf of the town, as well as fielding complaints from residents, and there were a lot. The only programming we could offer back then were graphic-driven announcements on the video bulletin board. The committee's goal was to someday build a state-of-the-art communication studio, but before we could make that dream come true, we landed at Fayetteville Hall back in 2009. Couldn't beat the rent. The town let us live there for the cost of the utilities. While Fayetteville Hall may not have been confused with CNN Studios, it was the home we needed to jumpstart us into the video and digital world. We were able to start recording and playing back town committee meetings, as well as producing many programs for various groups throughout the town. A few years ago, we disbanded the Cable Advisory Committee and formed Southborough Access Media, a nonprofit 501c3 corporation. Our first order of business was to hire Caitlin as our executive director, and our second was to set out and find a new home. For many years, I believed, and the board shared this belief with me, that SAM should be headquartered in a Southborough school. Why? Because like many things in life, if you can get the kids immersed in areas like video communication and digital integration at an early age, they will be able to leverage this experience as they head to high school, college, and beyond. In fact, many years ago, I met with Linda Murdoch, then the principal of Trotter, to discuss the possibility of building our studio in the newly expanded Trotter School. For many reasons, it just wasn't the right time. So we fast forward to about 2 years ago when we first met with Kristine to discuss the possibility. And as I said earlier, she got it. She understood and shared our vision. Kristine immediately went to work with the school committee to make this happen. And here we are today celebrating the newest generation of local cable access communication. There will be programs to train volunteers on production and editing, and we will soon be offering residents and the business community the opportunity to support these efforts with underwriting sponsorship packages. These facilities are dedicated to the students, the residents, to all members of the Southborough community. Thank you.
Because of all this time you spent. Representative Dykema has prepared something for your dedication.
I get to come back up again and recognize Warren, and I do have a citation to present to you personally for your tremendous dedication to communications and Sam and this entire project, and many years before. I didn't realize Warren has been here for over 20 years, which is why we are celebrating here tonight. But I just want to acknowledge that when you think about what's happened in the world of communication over 20 years, the transformation in the way we communicate and the availability of the technology over which we communicate, to get from back where we were pre-cell phone really to where this is today, where you've got tremendous access to every kind of media, social, video, and otherwise, you don't get there without tremendous leadership and someone with a vision. And not only a vision, the ability to communicate that vision and inspire others to follow to achieve that vision, which is what we're here celebrating today. So I don't think, and I think everyone here would agree, that we can't celebrate this facility without also celebrating you. So
Wow.
it's my pleasure to do that. So I will just read this briefly and
Sure.
present it to you, if I may. And it reads, "Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Warren Pelly in recognition of your more than 20 years of dedicated service as a member of the Southborough Access Media Board of Directors. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success, because surely this is not the end of the road, right? In all of your endeavors, given the 25th day of January 2017, signed by the Speaker of the House, Robert DeLeo, and Carolyn Dykema, State Representative." So, congratulations.
Thank you. I share this with the board and with the crew, but I do want to say one last thing. It was important that I get here tonight with my wife Jody, because for the last 23 years, I've been leaving the house once or twice a month. I've been leaving the house once or twice a month for meetings, and I wanted to prove to her that I actually was coming here and doing something, and not taking acting lessons or anything. So, thank you all. Congratulations to the town. Thank you, everybody.
I just need you to slide back a little bit.
Wow. Could you get a bigger one? Here we go. Again, dedicated to the residents, to everybody, to the kids, especially in Southborough. Thank you all for being here tonight.